Okay. Okay.
Okay. So I want to welcome everyone to the call tonight. Thank you for all taking the time out of your busy schedules. It's the last day of school for my kids, so finding me time is going to be challenging during the summer holidays. So I appreciate everyone's efforts tonight. This call has lasted over an hour at times, but I want to get to the point, and we're going to try to condense it into 30 minutes. So stay focused, listen intently, and retain the info that will come to you quick. Some of you were invited by Bria or myself. Some of you found your way through social media. Some of you are current challengers. But we all have been drawn in this direction for a purpose, and that purpose is possibilities. And as we all know, possibilities are limitless. In one way or another, we have all been inspired, which has led us to this very moment. So welcome, and I'm really excited to see you all here. So next slide, I'm just going to be doing an introduction. I've met most of you here. I'm Janey. I'm originally from Calgary. I moved to BC when I was 19 and have been here half my life. I'm a single happy mother of 2. My son is 6 and my daughter is 7. I've been a coach for 4 months, but have already reached Emerald rank and projected to be Diamond by the end of the year. This week, and right now, we have to celebrate Bria, the other coach. She has officially advanced to 2-star Diamond this week, and she'll be doing the second half of this presentation, so I'll do a proper introduction in a few slides. Congratulations, Bria. Just a little background on how I got started coaching. I followed a coach in 2014 for an entire year. I wasn't working out religiously. My diet was crap. I didn't know coaching was a thing at the time. I was following this girl on Facebook because she had a lot of positive messages and I could relate to her stories. I thought, wow, this is amazing. This girl is being vulnerable and courageous just by putting herself out there. I was really being inspired and admired everything that she did. Fast forward a year, this coach has now quit her full-time job. Her husband was working months at a time away from home, and she brought her husband home on the income she made through Beachbody. She was looking fantastic after 2 kids, and the energy she gave off attracted thousands of people. I watched her grow for the entire year from the beginning to the end, and I witnessed the entire transformation. In that same year, I was hating my job, I was hating my relationship, I was hating where I was in life because I wasn't living my life. I was a stock trader for 12 years, stuck in a big bank corporation. I was attached to someone I didn't love, only with him because of our kids. I was overweight and I was sad. That's when a light bulb went on in me. I knew it was possible to change my life around. I was just scared and too comfortable where I was. I was afraid to take the risk, but I knew I wasn't happy. I witnessed this coach transform. She was just another small town girl like me, and that's when I realized and knew it was possible for me too. That's when I decided that I was going to follow my heart and live with passion and put trust and faith that everything will come into place as long as I believe. The most frightening thing was the unknown. What if I didn't succeed? I just wouldn't know unless I took the chance. On to the next slide. Why be a coach? So I signed up not as a challenger at first, but I went directly into coaching because I was going to do this. If I want to do something, I'm going to jump into it head first. It was scary. I didn't know what to expect or even what to do, but I needed to prove to myself and I needed to kill my challenge. I was serious about changing. No more being sad, Janey. That just wasn't me. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to leave my job. I wanted to be financially secure and independent. I wanted to raise my kids and be there for my family. These were my whys when I started. You will notice as you grow, your whys will change as you evolve. I lost most of the weight now, thanks to the 21-day fix and Shakeology. I haven't gone back to work, and I don't intend to. I've been fortunate enough to live independently. I'm here for my kids every day, whenever they need me, and that is huge. So now, my why has changed and evolved too. I want to share and inspire people to live freely because I know it's possible. I want to share and spread happiness and positivity because I know that is possible. I need to stay accountable to myself and for my friends because without support, this may not be possible. Everybody has their whys. We've listed the top 14 reasons why people become coaches. One of these may apply to you, but we all have our whys, and it's finding out what they are. So I'm just going to go down the list. You need to make more money. You want to fire your boss. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. You want to help others achieve your goals or achieve their goals. You need accountability for your own fitness. You like to be involved in a fun, motivating group of people. Prizes, trips, and free loot. You want the 25% discount off all the products. You love fitness and nutrition. You have seen incredible results in yourself and have friends asking about it. You want to go to Summit. This year it's in Beachbody, and that's when they throw the huge parties. You want to meet celebrity trainers. You want to feel appreciated and important. You're not really sure yet, but you're sick of feeling stuck where you are. Being stuck is somewhere we all feel, and maybe this is the outlet you need to find the support in moving on and taking that leap of faith. You'll soon figure out what your why is. Next slide. What makes Team Beachbody unique? I've already mentioned a few things that make Team Beachbody unique, but when you put them together, it really shows how much the company has to offer. We've got the complete solution through fitness, nutrition, peer support, and rewards. I just want to read to you the company's mission statement. It is to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. It's not to reach quarterly sales. It's not to buy out other companies. Their mission is solely to help others. It's not about them. It's about everybody's lives. The company also adheres to 4 core values. 1, commit and deliver on your promise. 2, treat people with respect and courageously forthright. Take initiative to improve everything. And 4, work with passion, enthusiasm, and common sense. If we all apply these values to everyday life, we automatically lift other people up. Being pure and raw in your thoughts and beliefs will attract people directly to you. And we all need to exercise, eat healthy, and live a positive life. So why not all do it together? We are also all unique in our own ways. May or may not click with certain people, but everyone can feel attraction. It's just with whom you feel attraction to. You may be attracted by a certain niche, belief, maybe through parenthood, hobbies, whatever it is, you are driven by your passion. I'm a big, huge believer of law of attraction, which in philosophy is used to sum up the ideal. Like attracts like. So positive attracts positive people, negative attracts negative people. The law of attraction has brought us all here from positive energy, so let's keep that going. Now, just a little history on Beachbody. This particular slide doesn't give you the full timeline, but I'll give you a brief history. Next slide. Fast forward, 1998. Carl Drakler and John Cognan incorporated Beachbody. Carl was in his own pursuit to maintain his own health and fitness and wanted to tackle the health crisis due to the obesity in the United States. Now fast forward 1998, 2000 to 2008. In 10 years, they created 6 programs, including Power 90, Slim and 6, and Turbo Jam, just to name a few. I did Turbo Jam back, I don't know, when Peyton was born, and then I didn't even know about Beachbody. It was a workout. It was just a workout program to me at the time. 2009, Team Beachbody was introduced. This is when coaches were now gaining a name. People were finding success and sharing, and it soon became a household name in the U.S. Coaches were on the rise and inspiring, and people were banding together in this positive way. In the same year, Shakeology was introduced. Now, Beachbody, the workout videos, was the holistic program covering nutrition, exercise, peer support, and rewards to recognize their shareholders, us. And it's spreading like wildfire. People are losing weight and getting healthy. Business exploded. Demand was high because it was curing the obesity epidemic. Now, 2009, 2015, which this slide shows, an additional 20 new programs were introduced. So Turbo Fire P90X2, Body Beast, 21-Day Fix. More flavors were added to Shakeology. So even the vegan flavors, chocolate and strawberry vegan. And they came out with Ultimate Reset and 3-Day Refresh. If any of you ever need to lose weight quickly, I highly recommend 3-Day Refresh. It's one of the programs that they offer that's short, and if I'm going to a special function and I need to lose weight quick, this does the trick for you. And it's also a way to help get started really quickly. Anyways, in 5 years, Beachbody's business quadrupled. There are now over 14 million people in the database. It has generated over 1.3 billion in sales. And just to give you a perspective of how big it is, as of 2014, BC has 4.6 million people, Alberta has 4.14 million people, Ontario has 13.6 million people. Beachbody is bigger than any of our provinces. Team Beachbody launched in Canada on August 28, 2014. If they quadrupled business in 5 years in the US alone, think about the untapped Canadian market. We are not even 1 year old in Canada, so where we are right now in terms of market positioning, we are in the best possible position for growth. Peer support. This is not your typical corporation. We are not monkeys all trying to pass the next monkey up that corporate ladder. We share daily with our friends near and far, and we want everyone to succeed equally. We are easily connected thanks to the internet, smartphones, and technology. This crazy virtual world moves information fast, and support is always there. If you can't get the answer from your direct upline coach, there are 300,000 coaches behind you. And all the coaches I've ever met are all amazing. They stand for empowerment. We all want everyone to succeed. We want to change and improve things in our lives, and we all want to live at our best. Not only have I gained new friendships, but I've reconnected with a lot of old friends. I've also found confidence, freedom to do what I love, and be there as strength and support for everyone around me and my family. And I also find that strength and support from others as well. As we grow individually in business and life, our friends and our team grow with us. We are stronger together, and this is something that I have yet to witness anyone fail at. Because we are together, not in competition with each other, we are all working towards a similar goal. And proven results. You don't go and buy something without knowing what it does. So why would you market something that you can't back up? You will learn about the 3 vital behaviors of any coach. The most important one being a product of the product. Be and show the results. This is what coaching is all about, sharing. And it's easy to share when you are the proof. Seeing my results and seeing some of your results and seeing all these success stories reminds me every day why I do what I do and makes me feel proud to be a Team Beachbody coach. Our products are proven to work. They change the lives of 1,000 people every single day. Our job as coaches is to help others through support, motivation, and building relationships with people on their journey. Being there to listen and making sure you know what they need. We find solutions and we recommend products that are right for them. And this will all come naturally because you have proven yourself that the product works. I just want to close off with saying this. If you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion. And it's your passion that will lead you directly to your purpose. Now, as I promised in the beginning, I'm going to introduce Bria. Bria is my upline coach, my mentor, a mother of 2 beautiful children, loving wife, and a strong leader. She is the force behind Bria Evenson Fitness and creator of Team SUCCESSFIT. She is known for her work ethic, creativity, and her follow-through and unmatched compared to any other coaches. Basically, she's got all of our backs. She has risen to be in the top 300 out of 300 plus coaches. She has earned everything she's accomplished in 1 short year. Success Club 10 All-Star, 2-star Diamond, qualifying 3-star Diamond, a top Canadian coach. She's had photo ops with top trainers, and she's in the 0.01 percentile in the entire Beachbody network. And she's just getting started. There's still so much more that she'll achieve before this year's up. She leads with her heart, integrity and love, and genuine care for people. And that's why we love our dear Bria. So on to you, Bria.
Janey, I'm blushing. Thank you for that. That was really, really nice. And I don't want to interrupt the flow here as we kind of move into some more details, but I do have to say that one of the things I love like the most about this is what you touched on when you said like attracts like, because Janey and I have now been working together for about 4 months, and I mean, we've never officially met in person, just through like video chat and talking on the phone. And you know, you start to really realize that one of the best parts about this is that you do really get to attract the people that you want in your lives. So you get to start working entirely with really positive, energetic people who want to move their life in a positive way. And it's really cool, especially when you hear about, like, I feel like I have a lot of university friends who are in jobs that I'm sure are really great jobs, but I hear them complain about their coworkers a lot, and the drama that can go on in there. And it's awesome to know that, like, anytime I sit down to do work with this business, I'm working with people who are really, really awesome and positive. So what I'm going to dive into, though, is some more specifics on what you do every day as a coach, because I think that's a really common question. What do we do? What do you need to do if you're going to become a coach? And I'll start off with what we like to call the 3 vital behaviors. And they're vital because literally you need to do these 3 things at least 5 days a week in order to make sure that your business is actually going to grow. If you don't do these things, then you are going to be putting yourself in a position where you're not growing a business. So the most important things that you do as a Beachbody coach, the first thing is being proof the product works. And that just means that you are focusing and caring on living a healthy life by following the programs, drinking your Shakeology, and then also sharing that with other people, whether it be through social media or whether it be through the people that you use in your everyday life. But being proof the product works is really important, because that's how you're going to show people that the amazing tools that we have are actually working. And it's also how you're going to inspire them to live a healthy life too, like you are. The second vital behavior, which is really important, is personal development. And that's one of the things I just love about this company, is that they really care about us growing ourselves. So whether it's taking 10 to 20 minutes a day to read something that's going to improve you or motivate you, or whether it's actually diving into something specific to improve a skill, it's really important that you're always growing and fueling sort of that more mental, emotional side of you, and not just only ever working on the physical side. And the final vital behavior that is vital, I'll call it, in what we do as a coach every single day is what we call invite. And I actually like to call it connect, because it's really much more about connecting with people every day in your life, adding them to your network, getting to know other people, and building your relationships. It's not always about inviting them to something specifically, but it's about taking the time to connect with other people and grow those relationships. So those are literally the 3 things that you must do every day. And I kind of like to boil it down here in this little screenshot. So if you're on a phone call, you're not going to see it, but when you can see the presentation, these are the specific things I've created in a document. And I just make sure when I sit down to do what I like to call my power hour, I just do these and I tick them off every single day. And a common question I get is sort of, how much time do you need to give to this business? And in the first 6 months, over the first 6 months, I think you're in a great spot if you can carve out 1 hour a day. And maybe that's 4 15-minute blocks or 2 half-hour blocks or whatever that is that fits in your life. But 1 hour a day is all you really need to really grow this business. So I know that no matter what, every day I'm working out, drinking Shakeology, and I'm posting about it and sharing about it to my network. I'm going to read 10 minutes of personal development. I'm going to add 3 people to my network. And it's probably just old friends that I haven't reconnected with, from like public school, from high school, from university, from past jobs. I'm going to make sure to reach out and either invite or just connect and build relationships with 3 to 5 old friends. And when the time is right, invite them to a challenge group. And I'm going to post in my current challenge groups if I'm running them. I'm always going to make sure I'm inviting 1 person a day to coach with me. And then I'm going to also make sure to check my Coach Online office and call and email my leads. I'm going to post valuable information to social media to try to help other people. And I'm going to make sure to answer messages. And that is what I do every single day. That's what I make sure happens in that power hour that I like to call it. And when I have some extra time, there's some really great calls, team calls that we host for training conferences, national wake-up calls that the company hosts to give you more information to run this as a business. I like to tap into those weekly if I can as well. But that's essentially what we do every day as a coach. Pretty simple. And something I want to just run through with you guys is, you know, some of the things that people want to know is what specifically a coach is and what a coach isn't. And I will just say that a coach does not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. I think that you'll find in this business that the coaching opportunity really attracts people who might currently already have a degree or interest in nutrition or a personal training certificate or group fitness instruction. But I have neither of those. And I think it's really cool that it attracts those people because they already have an interest in that. And you'll also find that coaches down the road will, fall in love with one aspect of those and maybe dive into them more educationally. But really, at the end of the day, you do not need to have any experience or be an expert in either of those fields to make an amazing coach. Another thing you don't have to be is already at your fitness and nutrition goals. And this is something that I find a lot of people have questions on, and they really want to make sure that, I'm already at this perfect ideal image of myself. But there's something really powerful as a coach to be on your journey and to share with other people that you bring on your journey with you. So it's not just about like, I'm already at my goal and I want you to start yours. It's like, come along with me and help. Let's do this journey together. So you certainly don't need to be already at your fitness and nutrition goals. And finally, something you do not have to be is an experienced salesperson. I really don't like to look at what we do as sales in any way. I think what we do here at Beachbody really it's about sharing the experience and the tools that we have found that genuinely work. So you don't have to have any experience in sales or know about sales, because really we don't want you selling. And what we do want a coach to be, though, there are some things that are pretty critical in being a coach, is that you need to be someone who is open to sharing and reaching out to people and how they can change their lives and achieve their goals. So you need to have a genuine care and concern for other people. You need to be committed to being proof the product works. So you need to be committed to your own workout program, or at least genuinely care about living a healthy and fulfilling life. And finally, you need to be committed to improving and developing yourself and growing in whether it's motivational wise or whether it's in your own particular skills. You just need to care about living a healthy life, helping other people do the same, and growing yourself as well. So those are the key elements I would say that you need in order to be a coach. So getting started, I think what I want to just run over with you guys tonight are the key elements to getting started as a coach, and particularly what it costs to be a coach. So you can actually go and sign up today to be a coach. Costs $49 Canadian to sign up to be a coach. That's your sign up fee. And after the first month, you pay $17.95 Canadian per month for your coach fees. And basically what your monthly coach fee covers would be your website, customer service, number, and the whole customer service call center. So it's a pretty small fee per month for what you get that way. But more commonly, what we recommend, or what I recommend for new coaches, is actually to sign up with a challenge pack. And if you've never been in a challenge before, a challenge pack, or really a challenge, is the most effective thing that we actually do as coaches. It's our opportunity to help people to really create an environment and facilitate an environment for people to come in and start their journey towards their most healthy and fulfilling life with tools that are proven and really great. So a challenge pack, when you order it, and comes with a complete fitness program, like a schedule, workout DVDs of what you do every single day. Comes with a full nutrition guide to go and support that. It actually comes with 30 days of digital access to your program, as well as 30 days of digital access to 15 other of Beachbody programs, which is really cool. And it comes with 30 days of Shakeology, which is your dense nutrition and a critical part of the challenge. And of course, access to the support of a challenge group. So that's what you get when you purchase a challenge pack. And why I like to start coaches out that way is because it's really important that you have your own relationship with the products and your own journey and your own almost transformation story of how they affected your life, so you can properly share that with other people. And when you sign up with a challenge pack, you actually don't have to pay that current sign up $49. So that's waived entirely. So that's pretty much how much it costs to become a coach. Either you pay the $49 sign up fee, and you pay your monthly coach fees, or you buy your challenge pack and you pay your monthly coach fees. And from there, I think once your initial goals, and what we do as coaches is we want to move you. I think your first plan is to kind of have your own experience. So if you haven't been through a challenge, your first goal is to really have your own experience with the product going through a challenge. And after that, you'll work with your upline sponsor and your team. So whether that be myself or Janey or whoever invited you to this call tonight. And your initial goal is to really help 3 other people into a challenge group that month so that you can cover your costs. And that's all it is. It's just helping 3 people into a challenge group that month, get them started on their journey. And that will actually cover your costs of your challenge pack, your Shakeology. And those are sort of your primary goals that we work on. And from there, you'll start to see, like, we actually and how you earn money is in 2 different ways. We earn money through commissions. So that's how that's going to get covered in that first month, or through your 25% commissions. But then the second way that we earn money is actually through what we call team cycle bonuses. And as you go along in this and you add coaches to your team and you help them be successful and run their challenge groups, the company gives you volume bonuses based on the performance of your team and how many people you're helping. So the more lives that you reach and you help is really a direct correlation to how much money you make in this as a business. And I would say that you really start to see it's very much a compound effect, or like a hockey stick effect. It takes time, because this isn't, in no means, this is not a get rich quick thing, just like it's not a get skinny fast thing. This is a real honest way to lose weight. So it takes time. It takes time to help people do that and see real results, and help other people do that and help them see results. But the cool thing is that what you see over time, as I said, is this hockey stick effect. So you really see the compounding of your income start to grow in the end of your first year and heading into your second year as a coach. And I've actually seen that in my own sponsor coach and in my own income. My sponsor coach, I've watched her grow, really from a brand new coach to where she is now, and she makes well over $200,000. So the potential is there to make this a very full-time income. And I've actually reached that level myself now, where I am making a full-time income after a year and a half of doing that. So those are the basics of how we earn. Once you've signed up to be a coach and you start setting these goals, the cool thing is that you have as much training or as little training as you want. And you can dive in head first and give all you've got, or based on your life and the commitments that you currently have, you can just take it a little bit at a time. When I initially signed up to be a coach, I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom, so I don't have a lot of time. And I did kind of dive in and run a few challenge groups, but then I found out that we were moving back to Canada. At that time I was living in the US. And so I really had to, as much as I did not want to lose the momentum that I created, I really had to put everything on hold. And that was okay. So I was able to sort of set back, continue my own journey. And then when we got back and moved in and settled, then I was able to dive back into whatever training I wanted to keep going. So there's going to be training available to you that you can do at your own pace, or you can go on it full steam ahead the way that you might in a challenge group. And the best part, I'd say, is that you've got this team around you to support you in whatever way that you want to learn and the amount of training that you want to do. So that's a little bit on how you actually get started as a coach. Finally, I think I just want to touch on, is this for you? And I would just say that, if you're a parent, or maybe you are already in a career that helps people, whether it's a teacher, a nurse, or a doctor, many, many careers are really focused on helping other people, then you probably understand what it's like to make a difference in someone else's life, and how that feels to you when you're able to do that. And that feeling, that desire to help other people is really the most critical part about what it takes to be successful as a coach. That desire to make a difference in someone else's life and to genuinely help them from your heart. Because all the other things I can teach you, and all the other things Janey can teach you, they're all just skills that you can work on and grow. But the love and the desire to live a healthy life and want to help others do the same is what needs to come from you. So that's one of the critical parts about becoming what it takes to be successful as a coach. And I want to leave you tonight, I guess, with a quote that I find really helpful when I'm lacking motivation. And that is simply that nothing changes if nothing changes. When I was thinking about becoming a coach, my second child, my son, was a year old, and I had just gone through my first challenge group, actually. And so I'd had a really great physical transformation, and I was finally feeling like I was in control of my own self-esteem and where I felt and my confidence about my body. But I was still really struggling with what I was going to do in my life, and how I wanted our life to look and how I could contribute that way. And I'd really thought, maybe I could go back into recruiting, which is what I'd done, but I hadn't loved it. And it seemed like a bit of a drain. Or I could go back to school, and, there are these options, but I just couldn't seem to shake this tiny little feeling that I had inside about this opportunity that maybe I could make a difference in someone else's life. Maybe I could help other people feel as great as I did. And maybe I could make an income of doing it. And I guess what I want to say to you tonight is, if you have that tiny little flicker of the way I did, I just fan that flame. I really encourage you to do that, because it's now that I'm in this, and it's a year and a half later, and I can see like the lives that have been touched because of the decision that I made. And of course, how both financially and physically my life and my family's life has been touched by this. I just think that if you have that little feeling like I did, that you need to take the same leap and give it a go, because it really has been a life altering decision for me. And I'm grateful every day for it. So just remember that nothing changes if nothing changes for you. So to close us out, before I offer if there's any questions or anything, in the next 24 hours, whoever invited you to watch this webinar, participate in it, is going to follow up with you and ask you, if you have any questions or how you felt about it, in case you don't feel comfortable asking questions on the call. And of course, there are different types of Beachbody coaches I want to touch on, is that you can sign up. Some people sign up just to be a discount coach, and that's okay, or more like an ambassador. I like to think of them. They love the products and they want to just enjoy the discount. Some people just want to be a hobby coach and they want to be here, really just to maybe sometimes run challenge groups, keep themselves accountable, maybe pay for their products. And other people really want to make this a full-time career. And I think it doesn't really matter. It's okay for you to be any of those. I started as a discount coach purely, and now this is very much something I'm passionate about as a career. So it can grow for you, it can change, and it's okay no matter what you want it to be. And that is it. So I'm going to actually stop the recording before we offer any questions. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be on here tonight. Thank you.